Leo, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So, sorry, give me a minute. I'm going to pull you one card and then I'm going to shuffle the deck. Okay, building blocks. Now, please, Leo, don't judge the state of this card. It's very, I get very, very attached to my cards, and I've got a very strong relationship with them, so I don't just replace them overnight. But this is a card that I use quite a lot, building blocks. It's about the foundations, Leo, essentially. And if we haven't got the foundations, we haven't got anything. It's about the earth element. Ooh, love saying that for you. Anyhow, let's find out what it's about. I've got my Vimeo link underneath for my relationship readings for the month of July, if you want any extra clarity, Leo. If not, I'll be doing this. There'll be weeklies next week, which will continually guide the process, okay? So I'm going to split the cards, shuffle, then split. Mercury retrograde in Leo. I bet a lot of you aren't best pleased about that. Remember, retrograde is RE. So a lot of reorganisation, reflection, and it's probably going to be on those building blocks, the earth element. It's always good to know where your Leo falls in your birth chart, to know where the story is going to be playing out. If it's in your 7th house, it'll be about relationships. If it's in your career house, it'll be about jobs. Anyhow, 4 of Pentacles behind you, 8 of Swords as the gift, though, because it's the gift and Mercury retrograde, it means it's not full steam ahead at the moment. Deep breath. I know it's very, very tense, Leo, and as a fire sign, there's this impulse to move forward, but let's see what else. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles as a challenge, basically. Ooh, I think it's going to be the challenge for most people in retrograde season, but other people are showing up for you as the Ace of Pentacles, so that's a nice card to have in this house. The aces are always gifts, and this gift is coming through other people. And the Judgment card, beautiful. Something's coming back. There's some sort of resurrection of something. But even though the 8 of Swords is the gift, I think what this is saying is this is way beyond your control. It's the only major arcana that showed up, and the major arcana are the hands of destiny, very much like the wheel of fortune. And don't worry, the devil's still here. The devil, again, would be, could be about dealing with the laws of the land. But it might just be Mercury retrograde, basically. But then I clarified it with the King of Wands and the Sun card. How beautiful is that? Fire, fire, fire. Could be a fire sign. And it could be this fire sign that's bringing this ace. I want another card for you, Leo. Yeah, the Fool. You've got a really, really interesting combination of cards, because the Judgment card with the Fool card, the Judgment card is resurrection. It's the opposite side of a Death card. So you know, death, life, this is a life card, and it's with the Fool. This is tremendous, tremendous positive energy. I think a lot of it might be coming through other people. At the same time, the 7 of Pentacles is a challenge, is someone, I describe this card as someone, male or female, is someone who's about to deliver, like they're 7 or 8 months pregnant, and something's about to be born, but it's your challenge. But the 8 of Swords is the gift. So, incredibly powerful, incredibly paradoxical, this reading. So I'm going to just clarify. Boy, do I like these cards. So why is the 8 of Swords the gift? If it's the gift, it's one of these things, really. What's that? It's sometimes allowing other people to do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. You know, sometimes if we can't push forward, it's because something's coming from another direction. Why is the Eight of Swords the gift? What's the Hermit, for one thing? So a lot of going within, a lot of retrograde energy, essentially. Pluto is also in retrograde, so if you've got any Scorpio, so is Neptune. So there's an awful lot of retrograde energy. This is the gift, Leo. So it's not a punishment. And I guess how we choose to deal with it with the Seven of Pentacles is the challenge. It's like, if something's cooking, we don't want it half cooked. That's the central message. And then when we get to that state, even though I can understand the frustration, why is other people bringing this beautiful Ace of Pentacles to Leo? One card. Yeah, the Tower. The aces with the towers are my favourite cards. This is what really starts to create change. The Tower and the Knight of Swords is my fastest moving change cards, okay? But the Tower with the aces is some things... Actually, the Tower breaks through the Devil card. And this is clearly, this change is coming through other people. Ooh. Now the Four of Pentacles behind you, but this is the gift. So some of you have really been a lot in a rest period. And I've got yous, for some of yous, in that space between resting but so ready for action and change. It's clearly coming through other people, this change. And that's probably what's putting you in the Judgment card and the Fool, which is this new avenues opening up, new pathways. The Fool's a 0. So it's a brand new start. And because it's for the Judgment card, I don't tend to read the Judgment card this way. But it's about second chances. It's about, especially with the Fool, it's like a brand new chapter and a complete blank slate, okay? I can't help thinking it's coming through other people, because your cards are not showing up that way. A lot of your cards are more about still needing to rest because something is about to be born, but what's been born is through other people. So there's definitely an awful lot of change. Then you hit the Devil card, you know, and you go, oh my god, here we go, obstacle number 27. And you go, okay, here comes another obstacle. Or it feels that way. Because the Devil is how we evolve through the gateway of the Devil. Yeah. And that's how a lot of us never really get beyond it, because it tends to sometimes put obstacles and delays in our path. But every obstacle can be worked through, especially when the Tower is in your reading, and the Fool, and the Judgment, because these are all, between me and you, Leo, these cards break through the Devil card, especially the Tower card. In fact, it comes and it smashes it. And that is why you're going to your Sun card. Your own card, your own element, your own power. With the King of Wands, so it might be a fire sign person, or it might just be you. And because it's a king, the kings in this deck, none of them act, okay? The Queen of Cups acts, she's about the only one, because kings get other people to do their, I know this sounds a real strange thing to say, but other people do the work for the kings. So they take a step back and they allow the whole process to evolve around them. I'm not saying we do nothing, Leo, okay? I mean, we need to, but there's a bit of a message with these cards that maybe, just maybe, maybe this is about you taking a little bit of a step back. Because you're a fixed sign, I'm a fixed sign as well, we tend to be the real doers of the zodiac, yeah? And it's because of this energy coming through other people. Yeah. Because a lot of you have got Uranus in your 7th house. Not your 7th house, but it's in Taurus. Which means a lot of the changes in the 4 corners of your life, which is career, relationships, family, roots and identity, is going to be brought around by other people. But this is beautiful. You know, sometimes we have change that we don't want, and it's like, this is the change that you do want. My only strange little, because you get so many liberation cards and a few cards of pause, stop, rest. That's obviously the retrograde energy. But there's something coming through you. I want to know. I want to know more. Tell me what is coming through, Leo. Through their relationships, especially, please. One card. I'm expecting change in the wind. No, you got by the book. By the book. So those building blocks. Ace of Pentacles, you'll be very by the book. It might be a new job coming your way, or someone else might be bringing that news of something new that's been born, some sort of new potential. Give me one more card to clarify these cards, because obviously this is about stepping back, reflecting. One more card, please. Yeah, Page of Swords. There's some sort of communication that's coming through here, which is other people's energy, what they're bringing your way, and they're bringing this ace, which is leading you here. But then you do meet the Devil card again. You know what, Leo? The only way to work with it is to know. There's a saying in the I Ching that that great change, it's initially brings some difficulty, brings some challenge. We should always expect the Devil. That's how I work on sort of, we have to learn to expect it. And when we learn to expect it, we don't get all worked up about it. We just think, okay, here we go. Because the Devil's a gateway card, and we need to learn to work with it in order to get to the opposite side. The Sun blasts through everything, all obstacles, everything, and that's where your outcome is. Very, very beautiful reading. Absolutely intrigued for you guys, and I love it. It feels so much time for you to have this breakthrough, this illumination, and definitely the Judgment card with the Fool card. Very unoften these cards come up together, because it's a rebirth with a new beginning. Lots of love, Leo. I'll be back next week to see where this is all going, and if you need extra clarity, check out the other readings. Loads of love. Bye.